to start my workout for today. I am using a set of dumbbells and my jump rope today. So if you have a set of dumbbells, definitely go ahead and get those ready. If you don't have dumbbells, look for household items that will work. You can fill water bottles or shampoo bottles with some sort of weight like water or uncooked rice or beans, for example. If you don't have a jump rope, that's fine. You can substitute with any other type of cardio exercise while I'm jumping rope. The only other thing you're going to need is an exercise mat or a yoga mat if you have one. If you're working out on a carpeted floor or on grass, you might not need anything at all, but you will be more comfortable with something soft beneath you for at least a couple of the exercises. So if you don't have a mat, maybe a towel will be fine. There are timestamps in the description box down below the video, so if you would like to skip straight ahead to the workout, you can use the chapter markers to do that. But if you would like to see the exercises demonstrated and explained before we begin, let's go ahead and get into that right now. So my dumbbells, for reference and for reference only, are 10 pounds a piece, which is a good weight for me. You may need to use something lighter or heavier. That's going to depend on your strength, on your level of fitness, what you have available to you, and how hard you're looking to push yourself today. So please consider all of those factors when choosing your weight and make the decision that is best for you. So let's go ahead and get right into this. I'll show you all of the exercises first, and then I will explain the format so you know how everything fits together, and then we can go ahead and get right into the workout. So I'm starting with Russian twists. For this exercise, I'm going to hold on to just one of my dumbbells. Depending on your strength and your level of fitness and how heavy your dumbbells are, you may want to hold on to both of your dumbbells. That's up to you. A kettlebell will also work for this exercise. A medicine ball will work, or again, household items like a water bottle or a shampoo bottle filled with some sort of weight. You also can do this exercise without any added weight, and you might want to opt for that, the body weight version of this exercise, just because we're doing so many reps. So that's up to you. You can always start with a heavier weight, and then if it gets too heavy, you can drop to a lighter weight. If that weight gets too heavy, you can drop the weight altogether. Okay, so just make the decision that's best for you. But I'm going to come down here on my mat, and I'm going to hold my dumbbell with one hand on either side of the dumbbell like this. I'm going to lift my heels up off the mat, and I'm going to twist my body thoracically and tap the dumbbell down to one side of the mat. And then I'm going to twist thoracically and tap the dumbbell down on the other side of the mat, and that's it. That's Russian twist. Super simple exercise. So each twist is one rep. So twist and tap, that's one. Twist and tap, that's two. Twist and tap, that's 3, 4, 5, 6. If you are a beginner, again, you can do this without any added weight. So you can just twist and tap your hands down on the side of the mat. If your range of motion does not allow you to reach all the way down and tap the mat, that's fine. Just come as far as you can. Just twist your body thoracically and reach your hands down towards the mat. The other thing you can do to make this easier is to keep your heels down on the mat. So I'm going to have my heels elevated up off the mat the entire time, but it's much easier with your heels down on the mat. So if you're a beginner, you can just do this, okay? Heels on the mat, lightweight, no weight, that's up to you. You can also reduce the amount of reps because, like I said, we're doing a lot of these. This workout is going to start out like I'm going to be crying within the first 5 minutes because we're starting with 300 reps of Russian twists, okay? So keep that in mind as well when you're choosing your weight. If you want a heavier weight for the other weighted exercises, but you want to go with a light weight for the Russian twists or no weight for the Russian twists, that is up to you. But that is the first exercise. The next exercise is static lunges. So I'm going to start standing in a neutral position. My shoulders are back and down, chest is lifted high. So visualize trying to tuck your shoulder blades into your back pockets. Tighten up your abs, and now you're going to step one foot back behind you, bend both knees, and if you can, tap this back knee to the ground. Just make sure the movement is under control. I don't want you to bang your knee into the ground and hurt yourself, and try to make sure that you have a 90-degree angle in this front knee, meaning that the knee of your front leg is over the heel of your front foot, as opposed to being out over the toes like this, okay? And from there, you're just going to pulse. So you're going to lunge down, tap the knee if you can, and then come back up, straightening both your legs, more or less straight. They don't have to be locked out, but more or less straight, okay? So lunge and stand, all right? I'm going to be doing this while holding on to my weights. So I'm going to just be holding one dumbbell in each hand. So you can hold on to weights if you want, or you can do what I just showed you. That's your body weight alternative. But that's the first weighted exercise after the Russian twists. It's the first of this little series. This is going to be a little series of 3 exercises, okay? So that's the first one. The Russian twists are their own thing. I'll get to that when I go through the format. Let's just get the exercises covered right now. So that's going to be my first exercise in this little series, weighted reverse static lunges, okay? Then I'm going to step this back foot forward, but I'm not going to step it all the way forward. I'm just going to step it forward a little bit so that it's still just a little bit, like a few inches behind. The toes of this back foot are a few inches behind the heel of my front foot, but not in line with the foot. My feet are still in line with my hips, more or less, but I just have this foot instead of, first I stepped it all the way back into the lunge, and I'm just gonna step it forward a little bit, but I don't have my feet in line like this. They're staggered, okay? So from this staggered stance, I'm up, I have my heel elevated on this back foot. I'm going to hold the weights in front of me, so my palms are facing the tops of my thighs. The backs of my hands are facing you. That's the grip I have on my dumbbells. And from this staggered stance position, I have the heel elevated and the knee bent of this back leg. I'm just going to do deadlifts from this staggered stance. So again, tuck your shoulder blades into your back pockets. Shoulders are back and down, chest is lifted high. Tighten up those abs, push the booty back. Imagine trying to touch the wall behind you with your booty, and you're just going to let the weights fall down in front of you, keeping the weights close to your leg as you hinge at the hips. So make sure you're not rounding your back. You want to push that booty back, keep a nice flat back, and the weight in the heel of this front foot as you hinge at the hips and let the weights fall down. Then you're going to reverse the movement by pressing the heel of this front foot into the ground, hinging at the hips to stand. So just make sure your shoulders are back and down, chest is lifted high, abs are tight, you're pushing that booty back, keeping the weight in your heel of your front foot and keeping your back flat. Make sure you're not rounding your back, make sure you're not locking out the knee of this front leg. Keep a soft bend to the knee in this front leg, and deadlift. All right, so that is our second exercise in this little series. And then for the third exercise, you're gonna step that foot one step forward again, so that you are just standing in a neutral position. Your feet are more or less in line with your hips. And then with this same grip on your dumbbells, so backs of my hands are facing you, my palms are facing me, you're going to, again, bend or hinge at the hips to bend over. So shoulders are back and down, chest is lifted high, abs are engaged. You're gonna push your booty back, back is flat, weight is in the heels. And then from this position, you're going to do a bent over row. So that just means you're going to row the dumbbells by bending your elbows and lifting the dumbbells up towards your shoulders with control, then control the movement on the way down. Then you're going to press your heels into the ground, hinge at the hips to stand, and you're going to do an upright row. So you're going to row the weights up to your shoulders again, but this time from an upright position as opposed to a bent over position. So I'm just gonna bend my elbows and bring the weights up towards my shoulders with control, lower the weights back down with control. All right, so the bent over row plus the upright row is the exercise. So bent over row plus upright row is 1 rep, all right? So let's put one all together. Bent over row, upright row, all right? That's the exercise. So that's our first little series of exercises. After we complete that, we're going to do some jump rope, and then we'll move on to our second and final little like group of exercise, little series of exercises. So for that, you are also going to need your mat. No dumbbells, but you will want something soft beneath you. I forgot to mention that if you don't feel comfortable adding weight to your workouts and you need equipment-free alternatives, you need a body weight alternative for that last series, that you're going to have to change the final 2 exercises a little bit, because if you're not lifting anything, there's no upper body component, so you're just going to have to choose something kind of similar. For the first exercise, which was our static lunges, I already showed you your body weight alternative for that. The next was our staggered-stance deadlifts. So without holding on to any weight, I would say just to do a 1-leg deadlift. So you can do it from this staggered stance if you want. I usually just pick this foot up all the way and do my deadlifts this way. So it's the same principles. Tuck the shoulder blades into your back pockets. Chest is lifted high, tighten up those abs. You're keeping a flat back, you're keeping the weight in the heel of this standing leg, and you're gonna hinge at the hips. Bend this, the knee of this standing leg as much as you need to. Just make sure that you keep those, your back flat, press into the heel to stand. All right, so you can just do a 1-leg deadlift, where I was doing my staggered stance weighted deadlifts. And then for the third exercise, that was our bent over row, upright row. If you're not holding any weights, there's nothing to row. So you can substitute with good mornings or just any squat variation you want. Okay, so good mornings, you're just gonna clasp your hands behind your neck. And again, for all of these, tuck the shoulder blades into the back pockets, okay? You want your shoulders away from your ears. Shoulders are back and down, chest is lifted high. Tighten up your abs. Imagine someone is about to punch you in the stomach and you're bracing for that impact. So make sure that your entire core is engaged. Abs are nice and tight. And you're always going to be pushing your booty back as though you are trying to touch the wall behind you with your booty, because you always want your back flat and the weight in your heels. And doing those 2 things, tucking your shoulder blades into your back pockets and imagining that you're trying to touch the wall behind you with your booty, is how you're gonna get there. So for a good morning, again, you're just hinging at the hips and then pressing the heels into the mat to stand. So that's one option. Or if you want, you can do any squat variation. So tuck the shoulder blades into the back pockets. Shoulders are back and down, chest is high. Tighten up those abs, push your booty back, try to touch the wall behind you with your booty. Back is flat, weight is in your heels. You should be able to pick up your toes, and from this position is where you can sink down into your squat and press the heels into the ground to stand. So that's just a basic air squat. But any squat variation you want to do is fine, or you can do good mornings, but that's your equipment-free modifications for that first little series of exercises. This is the second one that I'm about to show you right now. So we're starting with pike presses. So starting down here in a tabletop position, you want your hands right underneath your shoulders, and then from here you're going to come back into a plank position. So stepping those feet back, and now lift your hips. So you want to push your hips up towards the sky and push your chest back as though you were trying to touch the tops of your thighs with your chest. So you're going to be pushing the ground away from you. Visualize pushing the ground away from you, really pushing those palms into the mat. So step back into your plank position and then push the hips up as high as you can towards the sky, actively pressing the mat away from you and pushing your chest back as though you're trying to touch your thighs with your chest. Now from this position, you are going to bend your elbows. Oh, and my heels are elevated. You want your heels elevated up off of the ground for this. I'm going to bend my elbows and lower my forehead down to the mat, and then push the mat away, push my hips back up. Okay, so it's like a push-up, but from a pike position. So if you would prefer to do another push-up variation, that's fine. You can do any push-up variation you want, but I'm going to be doing pike presses. All right, the second exercise is pike toe taps. So for this one, you are going to start again in your plank position. So hands are directly underneath the shoulders. Hips are lifted high, core is strong and tight and engaged. Make sure again that your shoulders are away from your ears. So you don't want to be sinking into your shoulders like this. Instead, what you want to do is actively press the ground away from you so that you're nice and up in this nice high plank. Shoulders are away from the ears. And now again, you're going to lift your hips. Hips go up to the sky, chest goes back towards the tops of your thighs. But as you do that, you're going to pick up one hand, bring it back to touch the toes on the opposite foot, then return to your plank position. That's one rep. We will switch sides with each rep. So now with your next rep, lift the hips, hand comes back to touch the toes on the opposite foot. That's 2, 3, 4. All right, and then the third and final exercise for this second little series of exercises is hand release push-ups. I always call these commando push-ups, but they're hand release push-ups. So you are going to come down onto your mat. You're going to start all the way down on your mat, on your belly. You're going to lift your hands, lift your feet. Now you're going to put your hands on the mat, right next to your shoulders. You're going to curl your toes under. And from this position, you're going to push yourself up. But you want to do your best to not do this. You don't want to come up incrementally, kind of snaking your way up by lifting first your chest, and then your belly, and then your hips, and then coming up off your knees. That's not the movement. As you fatigue, you might find yourself doing that a little bit. But what you're trying to do is keep your body in one straight line and just lift your entire body as a unit. So ideally, you want everything that's touching the mat right now, you want it to come up off of the mat at the same time, like this. I'll do my best. All right, so lift the hands, lift the feet. Now hands come down, curl the toes under, and press yourself up in one straight line, like this. All right, and then again, you're in this nice high plank position. Shoulders are away from the ears, hips are lifted high, abs are tight, and you're going to lower yourself back down. But again, you want to do your best to not lower yourself back down incrementally, okay? It's not knees and then hips and then belly and then chest. You want to, again, lower your body in one straight line so that everything hits the mat at the same time. Okay, so lift the hands, lift the feet. Now push yourself up in one straight line and lower your body in one straight line until you're all the way down the mat. Everything hits the mat at the same time. Lift the hands, lift the feet. So again, if that push-up variation doesn't work for you, you really can do any push-up variation you want. This is a really tough little sequence. It's really tough for arms, upper body, shoulders, core. So just do your best. But that is our second little series of exercises. That's all of the exercises. Now here's the format. So all you need to remember for this workout is 3, 2, 1. Okay? So for our jump rope, we are going to be doing sets of 300, 200, and 100, okay? 3, 2, 1. So when I say a set of 300, I'm talking about revolutions of the jump rope. So any style of jump rope you want to do is fine. We're counting revolutions of the jump rope. So you'll count 300 revolutions, that's your first set. You'll breathe for a few seconds, and then you'll do 200 revolutions, that's your second set. Breathe for a few seconds, and then you'll finish up with one final set of 100. So there are 4 jump rope sections. Each jump rope section is going to look just like that. A set of 300, then a set of 200, then a set of 100. For our Russian twists, we are also doing a set of 300, a set of 200, and a set of 100, but those are going to be staggered. So we're going to begin the workout with 300 Russian twists. I know, it's gonna suck, it's gonna be really hard. I will be in tears within 5 minutes. I know, don't hate me. But that is the first thing we're doing is 300 Russian twists. At the halfway point, we're going to sneak in our second set of Russian twists. That will be our set of 200. Remember, 3, 2, 1, so 300, 200, 100. So the very last thing we do, other than our bonus burpee, will be our final set of Russian twists, and that will be our set of 100, okay? And then in between all that, we're doing jump rope and we're doing those other exercises that I showed you, those little series of exercises. So after our first set of 300 Russian twists, before we get to jump rope, we are going to pick up our weights and do that first little series of exercises that I showed you. So remember, 3, 2, 1. So for the little series we're doing, the 2 little series of exercises, we're doing 30 reps, 20 reps, 10 reps, 3, 2, 1, okay? So the first exercise was our reverse lunges. You'll do 30 reps of reverse lunges. Then you're gonna step the foot in and do 20 reps of our staggered stance deadlifts. And then you'll finish that section by stepping that foot forward again and doing 10 reps of our bent over row plus upright row, okay? Then you'll put the weights down and you'll complete another jump rope section. Then we'll move on to our second little series. That was our pike presses plus pike toe taps plus hand release push-ups. So 3, 2, 1, 30, 20, 10. So starting with pike presses, you'll do 30 pike presses. Then you'll move on to 20 reps of pike toe taps, alternating sides with each rep. And then you'll finish with 10 hand release push-ups. All right, so after you complete that, you will do another jump rope section, set of 300, set of 200, set of 100. That's the halfway point of the workout, so that's where we're going to sneak in our second set of Russian twists, 200 Russian twists, and then we're going to go back and repeat our 2 little sequences, okay? So we're going to pick up the weights, and we're going to do that same sequence, but alternating legs. So if the first time you stepped back with this foot, the second time through, you're going to make sure you step back with the other foot. So you step this foot back, do your 30 static lunges, step the foot forward and do your 20 staggered stance deadlifts, and then step the foot forward again and do 10 reps of bent over row, upright row. Then another jump rope section, and then we'll finish up with our second sequence, pike press, pike toe taps, and hand release push-ups, 30 reps of pike presses, 20 reps of pike toe taps, 10 reps of hand release push-ups, and then our final jump rope section, and then we'll finish the whole workout with one last set of 100 Russian twists, okay? So that's it, that's the format. I know it sounds like a lot, but it's patterns, okay? It's 3, 2, 1. Just remember 3, 2, 1. And also remember that I always take the time to type out the instructions in the description box down below the video, and I'm going to do the entire workout with you. So watch me do it, read the instructions, but then of course, as always, if anything is unclear with the format and how it all fits together, if you have any doubts about how to do the exercises correctly, please just ask. It's really important that you understand the movements and you understand how to do each of these exercises with the correct form before you begin the workout, so that you reduce your risk of injury and so that you make sure you're getting the maximum benefit out of each exercise. And it's also really important to me that all of my workouts are always accessible to anyone and everyone who wants to do them with me. I'm always here to help facilitate that. So the same goes if you need any further help with equipment-free substitutions, or if you need to see beginner modifications, I'm right here to help. So please just ask. And just one last thing before we get started, I just want to remind you, especially if you're working out along with the video, to please go at your own pace and do not sacrifice your form for speed. Prioritize your proper form above all else. If you're faster than I am, and you're not losing anything off of your form, fantastic. Be faster than I am. Leave me in the dust. I love it. You can always skip ahead in the video if you get too far ahead of me. But if you're slower than I am, that is totally fine. Just please be where you are, okay? Work to your own level and go at your own pace. So if you're slower than I am and you fall behind, that's fine. Just pause the video and come back when you're ready, but only come back when you feel that you are ready to continue with good form. If you find your form getting sloppy, that means you need to stop for a second, take a few breaths, slow down your breathing, and give your body enough time to kind of regain enough strength so that you can get back into it with good form. But please make sure you're not sacrificing your form for speed. And remember to work to your own level and go at your own pace. I hope I have covered everything. So if you are ready to do this workout with me, go ahead and grab a set of dumbbells if you have them. If not, maybe household items like water bottles or shampoo bottles filled with some sort of weight. water uncooked rice or beans, for example. Grab your jump rope if you have one, and if you are jumping rope with me today. If you don't have a jump rope, you can substitute with any other kind of cardio exercise. So again, if you need help coming up with substitutions that you can do in place of the jump rope sections, I'm right here, so don't hesitate to reach out. If you have questions or if you need help with that, grab an exercise mat or a yoga mat if you have one. If not, maybe a towel, but you are going to want to have something soft beneath you for our Russian twists and our hand release push-ups. Take a minute to make sure you're good and warmed up, and when you're ready, let's get started. All right, so we are starting with 300 Russian twists. It's going to be absolutely brutal. When you're ready, here we go. I'm starting my watch, and I am starting my timer in 3, 2, 1, and go. So coming down to your mat, grab your weight if you are using weight, lift your heels if you're lifting your heels, and here we go. We're going to twist and tap, switching sides with each rep. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep going. We're going to 300. So do your best, pause and rest where you need to. And just get it done, and remember that if you need to drop down, you can switch to a lighter weight, or you can put your heels down to make it easier. So just do your best, go at your own pace, and here we go. I'm picking up my count at 10, that's 50 for me. If you don't need to rest, you don't have to. I don't necessarily need to rest yet, but because I'm pacing myself for 300, I'm thinking that I want to take a short rest break here and see if I can continue see how long I can continue with sets of 50, because I think that might be the most efficient way for me to get these done. So I'm just taking a quick rest, about 30 seconds or so. If you need a longer rest break, pause the video, come back when you're ready. And remember, if 300 reps is too many, you can reduce the amount of reps, okay? Just make the decision that's best for you. I'm picking up my count at 50. I'm gonna see if I can do another 50 without stopping. That'll get me to 100, and then we'll be a third of the way through. So do your best, here we go. 60, 70, 80, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 100 for me. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do sets of 50 the whole way through, but I'm going to continue to try to do sets of 50 for as long as I can, because if I can do that, that means I only have 4 sets left to go. So I doubt that I'll be able to continue doing sets of 50 all the way up until we hit 300 reps. So, but I'll see if I have at least one more set of 50 in me. Like I said, just taking a good, I don't know, this is probably closer to 45 seconds rest. As I fatigue, I'm gonna need longer and longer to rest. My quads need to rest. My God, my abs are on fire. Everything's on fire already. I told you I was gonna be crying before we were 5 minutes in. All right, so I'm picking up my count at 200. When you're ready, here we go. I'm gonna see if I can do another 50 without stopping. 30. 40. 50. So that's 150 total reps for me. At this point, that means I'm halfway there. I told you this first part was not going to be fun. So I'm picking up my count at 150. I'm gonna see if I can continue with sets of 50. So I'm going to try to get to 200 without having to stop. So do your best. If you are ready, pick up your weight, or if you wanna drop the weight at this point, that's fine. You can drop to a lighter weight, you can drop the weight altogether. When you're ready, here we go. Pick up my count at 150. Seeing if I can do another 50 without stopping. 60. 70. 80. 90. Just 10 more. 200, so I have just 2 sets of 50 left. We're getting there. For me, doing so many reps with this is just a full body exercise because of course I'm feeling my abs, my obliques, but I'm also feeling my arms and my shoulders and my quads. Just holding my legs in that position for long stretches like that, I'm feeling it in my quads. So taking another, I don't know, somewhere around 30 to 60 seconds. I'm not timing it, just going by feel. It's getting harder to complete the set of 50, so I'm needing more rest in between, but I'm still trying to keep the rest as short as I can because this is just the very first exercise. We have a lot of reps to go. We have a lot of jump rope today, guys. Oh, I'm hoping I'm gonna spend the whole day tripping over my jump rope. That's gonna be frustrating. All right. Let's pick it up at 200 when you're ready. See if we can do another 50 without stopping. It's 10. 20. 30. 40. 50. All right, we're almost done. That was rep 250 out of 300, so we have just 50 more to go. By the time we get to that first jump rope interval, my quads are gonna be so shot. I don't think I'm gonna be able to complete even like 1 rep of jump rope. I'm already psyching myself out for all this jump rope that lies ahead. All right. All right, we just have 50 reps left to go. If I can do them unbroken, great. If not, I'll just do what I have to do. Oh, okay, picking up my count at 250. We're almost there. Let's push. $60. 70. 80. 290. Just 10 more to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 300. It was torture, but we made it. Took us over, well, it took me 10 and a half minutes, but it's all good. So we're halfway done with Russian twists on the day. We still have to do another 300, but the final 300 are going to be broken up into smaller sets, so it won't be quite as torturous. We wait for the plane and then we'll get started on part 2. Shake out those legs. So remember 30, 20, 10. So this is our reverse lunge, static lunge, weighted static lunge if you're using weights, and then our staggered stance deadlift into our bent over row, upright row. Okay, so 30 reps of lunges. So step one foot back, bend both knees, and now come up. That's 1, 2, 3, we're going to 30, do your best. That was 30. So now holding the weights in front of you, you're gonna step that foot forward, lift the heels, and now shoulders back and down, chest lifted high. Push the booty back, keeping your back flat, and the weight in the heel of your front foot. Let the weight drop down, and then press that heel into the ground, hinging at the hips to stand. That's 1, we're doing 20. Do your best. That's 10 for me. 10 more. So now step that foot forward. My hands and my wrists need a quick break, so I'm putting my weights down. Shake out my hands and my wrists for a minute. If you don't need to rest, you don't have to. We're finishing up this little sequence with 10 reps of our bent over row, upright row. So remember, tuck your shoulder blades into your back pockets. Push the booty back, back is flat, weight in the heels, soft bend to the knees, hinge at the hips, row the weight, stand and row the weights, okay? So, bent over row, upright row. That's 2, 8 more. I think that was 10, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna do one more. I think I may have done an extra rep. But I'm not 100% sure. I might have lost track of my count somewhere in there. And I would rather know that there's a possibility that I could have done one more rep than I was supposed to, than to wonder if I didn't do enough reps. So when I lose count, I always tend to just tack on an extra rep or 2 or 3, just to make sure that I did enough. So that might have been 11 reps, I'm not sure. All right. So that's our first sequence. We're done with the dumbbells for now. Now is our first jump rope section. So if you don't need to rest, don't wait for me. Go ahead and get started on your jump rope. You're starting with a set of 300, then a set of 200, and then a set of 100, okay? And then we'll move on to our second series, sequence, I don't know what I'm calling it. All right, so my legs are already jelly, so I'll see how many of these 300, ideally, the goal is to get through all 300 reps without stopping and without tripping over your jump rope, so do your best. If you do trip, you do not have to go back and start the entire set over. I would be out here through January if I did that. If you trip, I know it's frustrating. I'm not saying to not get frustrated. That's only normal and natural to get frustrated if you're doing a thing that you're not trying to do or not succeeding at the thing you're trying to do. So it's fine to get frustrated. I'm just saying do your best to leave it behind you. I know it's easier said than done, but if you hold on to the frustration, you're just going to sabotage the rest of your workout moving forward, and we have a lot of reps left. So do your best not to let the frustration kind of dictate your mindset moving forward. If you trip over your jump rope, do your very best to just let it go, take a deep breath, and get right back into it. Just pick up your count where you left off, okay? So if you need a few more seconds to rest, you can pause the video and come back when you're ready, but we really should get moving because we have a lot of reps left to go. So, all right, when you're ready. So we are counting 300 revolutions of the jump rope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 100. That's 300. So not as bad as I feared. I only tripped twice. So each time, just picked up my count where I left off. No big deal. If 300 is too many, we're doing 600 total revolutions of the jump rope with each jump rope section. So if you need to do 6 sets of 100, that's fine. You could also do 3 sets of 200. You could do 1 long set of 600 if you want. It's up to you. But in keeping with my 3-2-1 theme for today's workout, I'm doing 300, 200, 100. So keeping the rest break as short as you can in between sets. Let's go ahead and start our second set. So now we're doing 200 revolutions of the jump rope. When you're ready, here we go. That's 100. So that's 200 for me. Just 1 set of 100 to go. And then we'll move on to our pike press, pike toe tap, hand release push-up sequence. So when you're ready, just 1 more set of 100. 30, 40, 50, 90, 100. So that's our first jump rope section complete. Now we're going to repeat that pattern. So we're going to do our next sequence, 40 reps, or 30 reps, 20 reps, 10 reps, and then we'll do another jump rope segment, the same as what we just did. The jump rope never changes, 300, 200, 100. So if you don't need to rest, don't rest. Go ahead and get started on your 30 pike presses. So this is 30 pike presses, 20 pike toe taps, alternating legs with each tap, alternating hands with each tap, and then 10 hand release push-ups or commando push-ups. All right, when you're ready, here we go. So hands are directly under the shoulders. Step those feet back into a plank position, and now lift the hips up high, press the ground away from you, push your chest back towards your tops of your thighs, heels elevated off the ground, and then you're going to bend your elbows and lower your forehead down to the mat. Push yourself back up. Do your best to keep that back as flat as you can the entire time. That's one rep. We're going to 30, so do your best. That's 10 for me. If I can manage to continue to do sets of 10, I only have 2 more sets to go. But these are hard, so I might need to start doing little baby sets of 5. That's fine, I'm already a third of the way there. So shake it out. Don't rest if you don't need to. Rest for as long as you need to, but challenge yourself to keep the rest break as short as you can. When you feel that you are capable of continuing with good form, let's go ahead and see if we can complete another 10 without stopping. Do your best. It's okay if you can't get to 20 before you have to stop. I might not. All right, here we go. Push the hips up and back. That's 15, halfway there. Keep pushing. That's 20 for me. I have just 10 more, but I think I'm probably gonna break up these last 10 reps into 2 little mini sets of 5. I don't think I can do another set of 10 right now. And if I tried, I don't think I would get all the way through it. I might be able to do like 6 or 7, but since I don't think I'm realistically going to be able to do 10 in a row, I feel like, again, it's most efficient to just do 5 and then 5. But you do what works for you. That's just the way I'm breaking it up. Picking up my count at 20. When you're ready, here we go. So press those palms into the mat. Push the the ground away from you. Okay, 5 more of these, and then we're moving on to pike toe taps. I know this is a really tough sequence. But we just have 5 more reps to go of this exercise, and then we're moving on. When you're ready, final 5 reps. That's 26. 27, 28, 29, last one, and 30. I know you hate me right now, but I'm not scared of you because your arms are probably jelly. I don't think you could do any damage to me right now. I know I couldn't. All right. Feeling those shoulders, feeling those triceps, feeling like I'm getting bitten by mosquitoes. So next is pike toe taps, 20 reps. Taking a few more seconds to rest because 20 reps of these is going to be tough. My shoulders are really feeling it from those another squirrel running across my awning up here. I don't know why they're always in such a hurry, but they kind of crack me up. All right, when you're ready, here we go. So coming up to your plank position. Now lift the hips and reach back and touch the toes on the opposite foot, alternating sides with each rep. So that's 2, 3, 4. We're going to 20. Do your best. All right, that was 20. And now for another 10 really difficult push-ups. These commando push-ups or hand release push-ups, I know it's a really difficult push-up variation, but it's only 10 reps, all right? So if you need a few more seconds, take a few more seconds with me. While you're breathing, stretch out your shoulders a little bit. So just pulling one arm across your body. The arm that's straight is totally relaxed. The arm that's bent is pulling it in towards your chest. This arm that's bent is doing all the work. The other arm should be relaxed and feel the stretch in your shoulder. All right? Shake it out. If I'm able to do all 10 of these unbroken, I will. If not, I won't. So do your best. But this is our final exercise in this little sequence. So 10 hand release push-ups. So coming down to the mat, lift the hands, lift the feet, and now push your body up in one straight line and come back down. That's 1. All right, 9 more. Do your best. All right, that was our 30, 20, 10. Nice job. So after each of those 30, 20, 10 sequences, we're doing a jump rope section. $300, $200, $100. Right? I know it always sounds so confusing when I'm filming the tutorial and I'm like trying to explain the format, but the way my brain works, like nothing's ever random. There's always some kind of pattern. There's always some kind of logic behind it. It always makes sense if you think about it in the way my brain thinks about it. So for me, with this workout, yeah, like I said, if you just keep thinking 3, 2, 1, all right? It's either gonna be 300, 200, 100, or 30, 20, 10, okay? So, and then, you know, we're alternating between strength, cardio, strength, cardio, strength, cardio, and then the Russian twist is kind of peppered in there, beginning and in middle. To me, it makes perfect sense. I know it's a lot to keep track of, but in my brain, it makes sense. All right, so when you're ready, hopefully you're already going. I don't know. I'm like really psyching myself up to try to do these, this first set of 300 without tripping over my rope. I'm gonna do my best, as should you. So again, if you need a longer rest break, pause the video, come back when you're ready. Starting with another set of 300. So 300 revolutions of the jump rope. Here we go. So if you don't need to rest, keep going. Start on your set of 200. And finish up with your set of 100. I just need a few seconds to breathe. All right, next, we're gonna do a set of 200. When you're ready, here we go. 100. Don't rest if you don't need to. Do your best to keep your rest break as short as you can. When you feel that you're ready to continue, just have one set of 100. Okay, so now we've completed our first sequence and our first jump rope section. We've completed our second sequence and our second jump rope section. We're just going to repeat all that one more time. So that means we are halfway through, and that means it's time for our second set of Russian twists. I say set. If you're able to do all 200 reps in one unbroken set, I'm jealous. Congratulations, but 200 reps. I'm going to definitely need to break this down. I'll see if I can continue with sets of 50. If not, you know, I'll do 30 and 20, something like that. But we're doing 200 total reps. So if you did the first Russian twist section with a heavier weight, you can switch to a lighter weight, or you can drop the weight. You can have a lighter weight on standby. You can have your heels down. Remember, there's ways to make it easier. I know this is a lot of reps. So when you're ready, here we go. So that's my first 50 reps. So if I am able to continue doing sets of 50, that means I only have 3 more sets to do, but that set was tough. I don't know if I'm going to be able to continue to do sets of 50. I'd like to, just because it makes it easier to keep count, but and also it'll go faster, but I don't even know if I'm going to be able to do the next set of 50 unbroken. I might have to stop after 30 and just do 30 and 20. So we'll see what happens, but I'm going to try to do sets of 50 for as long as I can, because that is the easiest and the most efficient way to do it if I can. All right, when you feel you've rested long enough, you have enough strength to continue with good form, let's go ahead and see if we can do another 50 unbroken. So I'm picking up my count at 50, here we go. 60, 70. 80. 90. 90. So that is rep 100. Just another 100 reps to go. So if I'm able to continue doing sets of 50, great. Then I have 2 more sets to go, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. These are getting so tough for me right now. All right. Rest longer if you need to. When you're ready, let's go for another 50 if we can. So picking up my count at 100. 10. 20. 30. 40. 150. Just 50 reps left to go. My quads are just so shaky. All right, let's see if I've rested long enough that I'm able to do these last 50 reps unbroken. If I can, great. If not, no worries, we're gonna get them done. So when you're ready, we just have 50 more. $60. 70. 80. Just 20 more. Let's push. 90. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 200. All right. So we are almost done with Russian twists. We just have to do one more set of 100 at the very end of the workout. And all of the other exercises we're exactly halfway done with, okay? So we're just gonna repeat our 2 sequences. And And we're gonna do one more jump rope section after each sequence, and then that's it. We just have to finish up with our final 100 reps of Russian twists. So this is our static lunge, staggered stance deadlift, and then bent over row, upright row sequence. 30, 20, 10. So 30 reps of static lunges, 20 staggered stance deadlifts, and then 10 reps of bent over row, upright row. Those Russian twists really just get my quads like so fatigued. Just doing so many reps and having to stay in that position for so long, my legs are shaky. So this is gonna be tough, just do your best. Now remember which foot you stepped back with the first time through, so that you make sure you're stepping back with the opposite foot this time. So step the foot back, bend your knees, sink down into your lunge, and then straighten the legs. That's 1, 2, 3. We're going to 30, so do your best. It's 15, halfway there. It's 20, 10 more. It's 25, 5 more. Now step that foot forward, but not all the way. And go right into your staggered stance deadlift if you can. I need a few seconds to rest. My quads are just so fatigued. They're like jelly. All right. So remember which foot is stepping back this time. Make sure it's the opposite of what you did the first time through the circuit. Remember, you're gonna hold your dumbbells so that your palms are facing you, backs of your hands are facing away from you. Holding the dumbbells in front of you. So find that staggered stance. Tuck the shoulder blades into the back pockets, chest is lifted high. Tighten up those abs, push your booty back. Keeping your back flat and the weight in your heels, keeping a soft bend to this front knee. Push that booty back, hinge at the hips, let the weights fall down. And now press into the heel, hinge at the hips to stand. That's 1. We're going to 20, so do your best. 10. 10 more. I just need a few seconds to shake it out. When you're ready, here we go. Another 10 reps. Five more. Now step that foot forward, right into your bent over row, upright row, if you can. If you need a minute to breathe with me, take it. We're almost finished with this sequence. We have just 10 reps left to go. And then after that, we're finished with the dumbbells up until our very last exercise, our final set of Russian twists. But for now, let's go ahead. Finish up with these last 10 reps. So hinging at the hips for your bent over row, hinging at the hips to stand, upright row. That's 1, we're going to 10. All right, that's 10. Weights down. So before we move on to our final sequence, pike press, pike toe tap, hand release push-ups. We have another jump rope section. So if you don't need to rest, you can get right into it. Believe me, I would love to be jumping rope right now. My stamina just isn't there. I could start, but I would be tripping like every 10 reps and it would be so frustrating. It wouldn't be worth it. So it's better for me to just give myself a good couple of minutes to let my heart rate come down, let my breathing normalize a little bit and shake out my legs so that 300 revolutions of the jump rope without having to stop and without tripping over my jump rope is even feasible for me. So everybody's different. We're all at different levels. So remember, you should be working to your own level. Go at your own pace. So if you're faster than I am, that is fantastic, as long as you're not losing anything off of your form. And if you're slower than I am, that is also fantastic, because you're out here putting in the work, and that's all that matters. All right. I don't know if I've rested long enough, to realistically be able to even come close to doing a set of 300 with my jump rope without tripping, but I am going to do my best. If you need a longer rest break, you can pause the video and come back when you are ready. Here we go. This is our third of 4 jump rope sections. So let's push, let's get through this, starting with a set of 300, do your best. I am gonna start that set over since that was like rep number 10 that I tripped on. I'd rather just start the whole set over, but you don't have to. Remember, if you trip, just pick it up where you left off. All right, here we go. Starting my set over. So that's 300. Halfway there. Have another 300 reps to go. This point in the workout, and with how fatigued I'm feeling, that first set of 300 just takes everything out of me. So I need a lot of time to recover before I can start on my set of 200. That was probably like a full 2 minutes. It's okay. Let's see if I rested long enough that I have enough strength, enough stamina to get through my set of 200 without tripping and without having to stop. When you're ready, here we go. 200 revolutions of the rope. That was 200. Just one set of 100 to go. And then we can move on to our final sequence. We're getting there. I know it's tough. I know we've been at it a long time already, but we're getting there. We just have one more set of 100 to go. Let's finish up this second to last jump rope section. When you're ready, here we go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100. So next is our final sequence, and this is our final time doing it. So 30 pike presses, 20 pike toe taps, alternating sides with each tap, with each rep, and 10 commando push-ups, or hand release push-ups. So you know what we're doing. 30, 20, 10, then finish with one more jump rope section, 300, 200, 100, and then all that's left to do after that is our final set of 100 Russian twists, okay? So you know what we're doing. So if you are able to go faster than I am, then just go, don't wait for me. So the first time through, I did 3 sets of 10 for my pike presses. So I'm going to try to do my first set of 10 unbroken, and then we'll just take it from there. But if I can't, I'm not going to kill myself. I'll just do 6 sets of 5. I'm not too worried about it. We'll get them done. We'll get the reps done. So if you need a longer rest break, pause the video. When you're ready to start this final section, come back. All right. Here we go. 30 pike presses. Do your best. That was my first 10 of 30. If you can, use your rest time to stretch those shoulders. Try to make your rest time active if you can, so your shoulders are ready for another set. All right, I'm gonna try for another 10. We'll see what happens. sweat in the eyes, not fun. I think for that was rep number 20. I was able to kind of do 10 unbroken. I didn't come all the way down, but I did have to pause and rest in my pike position. Not the end of the world, but I did have to come all the way down. So it's kind of an unbroken set of 10, but not really. So I think for these final 10 reps, I'm just gonna do 5 and 5 because it's just getting too hard to do 10 unbroken. For me, anyway. If you're able to do another 10 unbroken, go for it. We only have 10 reps left to go, and then we're done with this exercise for the whole day, so let's push. All right, picking up my count at 20. More. That's 25. So close. It's just such a hard push-up variation for me. And I hardly ever do these. I feel like I used to do these more back in the day. I can't honestly. I'm trying to remember the last time I did pike presses. It's been a minute. I suck at them, so that means I should probably include them more often because I need to work on them. But we have just 5 reps left to go. All right, let's get these done, and then we can move on. 26, 27, 28, just 2 more, 29, 1 more, that's 30. Oh, holy cannoli. Child's pose is another really good stretch for your shoulders and triceps. So really sink your booty down into your heels and then feel like there are weights on top of your shoulders, pushing your shoulders down into the mat. Really feel that weight and let it stretch your shoulders and then reach out in front of you. Stretch those triceps. All right. Whew. So we're halfway done with this sequence. Let's go ahead and do our 20 pike toe taps. As soon as you're ready. If you need to rest longer, you can. When you're ready, here we go. Move into your plank. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 to 20. That's 15. Just 5 more. Push. 16, 17, 18, 19. Last one. That's 20. Just taking a few deep breaths in child's pose. to slow down my breathing a little while I stretch. Okay, all we have left is 10 commando push-ups. I should just call them hand release push-ups. Push-ups, that's what everybody else calls them. They're just so hard, so I'm stalling. But it's just 10 reps. I'm gonna do them this way because that sun is hot. I'd rather have it on my legs than on my face. All right. I know it's hard. It's only 10 reps. So if you need to rest longer, pause the video, come back when you're ready. Let's finish up with these final 10 reps, and then we're on to our last jump rope section. We're almost there. Let's push. That's 8. Just 2 more. 9. Last one. And 10. Okay, get up. I know it's tempting to just collapse in a heap on your mat and cry. That is what I want to do right now. But we have to get up, shake it out. We have to finish up with our final jump rope section. So all of our sequences, our 2 sequences, all of those exercises are complete. We have completed 3 of 4 jump rope sections. So let's go ahead and finish up with this final jump rope section, and then all we have to do is just 1 more set of Russian twists, just 100 reps. All right, so we got this. Just 1 more jump rope section, and then 1 more short set of Russian twists, and we're done. So let's take it 1 step at a time. First is our set of 300 with the jump rope. So do your best. I will probably be tripping. My legs are really tired and fatigued. We've been at it for over 1 hour and 20 minutes. It's really getting hot out here, and it's just gonna be hard to get my feet up and over the rope. So I'm gonna do my best to string together 300 reps without having to stop and rest and without tripping. But if I trip, I'm just going to take a breath, and I'm going to get right back into it. I'm going to pick up my count where I left off. Okay, so just do your best. Whenever you're ready. Revolutions of the rope. 200. That's 300. Just 2 more sets to go. I'm looking at my timer because I wanted to finish in under 90 minutes. We're still under 90 minutes, but not by enough. I don't have enough time to finish this jump rope section and my final 100 reps of Russian twists in under 90 minutes. So I'm just gonna have to keep it as close to 90 minutes as I can. All right, when you feel, my legs are like shaking, everything is shaking. When you feel that you are ready to continue, let's start on our next set of jump rope. So this is our set of 200. Just do your best. I know it's so hard. We've been at it a long time. It's hard. Do your best. Here we go. Again, I'm starting this set over just because that was rep like number 10. If I'm later in this set, if I'm on rep 40, 50, 60, then obviously I'll pick up where I left off, but tripping on rep 10 is especially frustrating for me, so I'd rather start over and see if I can possibly string together 200 reps unbroken. All right, one more shake of the legs, one more deep breath. Here we go, 200. Still just barely under 90 minutes. But only about 20 seconds, so. It's gonna take me a few minutes longer than I wanted, but that's okay because this is a super tough workout and we're almost done. We're gonna get the reps done, we're almost there. All I have left to do is my final set of 100 with the jump rope, and then we'll just real quick finish up with our final set of 100 Russian twists. All right, so just another 100 revolutions of the rope. We got this. When you're ready, here we go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100. All right, 91 minutes on the nose to complete that much. We're so close. I'm gonna face this way again so my head is not in the sun. All right. Been resting for almost 2 minutes. So let's see. Up until now, we've been able to consistently do these in sets of 50. So let's see if we can still do that, because if we can, then we can knock out these last 100 reps in just 2 sets of 50. It's only gonna take a couple of minutes. So been resting for about almost 2.5 minutes. So if you need a longer rest break, pause the video, come back when you're ready. Pick up your weight if you're adding weight. Pick up your heels if you are increasing the difficulty. And let's see if we can do 50 of these without stopping. When you're ready, here we go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 50. Taking a peek at how many calories I've burned so far, already over 900, and we still have 50 reps to go. Plus, you know, I'm never finished until I do my bonus burpee, so we've got just a few more minutes left. Let's push through, finish up these final 50 reps. When you're ready, here we go. That's 60. 70. off. Breathe. I know the only thing you want to do is collapse. I'm right there with you. I want to collapse in a ball on my mat. But you have to fight through that urge. You have to make yourself get up and just move around. So just shake out the legs a little and breathe. That took me 1 hour, 34 minutes, and 55 seconds. So I didn't finish in under 90 minutes, which is what I wanted to do, but I didn't miss it by too much. So next time I do this workout, I will make it my goal again to finish in under 90 minutes. I do think that is a realistic goal for me. We are not quite finished yet. No workout of mine is ever complete until we have done our bonus burpee. So we have just 1 rep left to go, but first it is time for the McFlurry Minute. I'm going to reset my timer to count down 60 seconds for me. I'm going to jump rope for 60 seconds, and if I can make it through the entire 60-second work interval without tripping over my jump rope, everybody wins a free McFlurry. So give me just a minute to reset my timer. I will be right back. All right, my timer has been reset. I have the lovely Victoria with me today. Victoria is my beautiful silver jump rope with the pretty light pink metallic handles. And if you're wondering where I get my jump ropes, I will leave a link and a coupon code in the description box down below the video. So click on the link and use coupon code RUDEBECCA to save an additional 10% on your jump rope. We have a streak going of 8 successful McFlurry minutes in a row. We're trying to make it 9 in a row today, but you guys, that was a really long, tough workout with a lot of jump rope, and my legs are jelly. So I don't know what's going to happen. I will do my best to get us all some free ice cream, but I can't guarantee anything. So wish me luck. We are starting as always with a 10-second rest interval, and now hopefully in just about 60 seconds from now, we will have completed our 9th successful McFlurry Minute in a row. Here we go. With just a little over 30 seconds to go. It was such a tough workout, you guys. We did so much jump rope in this workout, and my legs were just like shaking. So I'm disappointed, I'm saddened, but I can't say I'm that surprised because my legs were just jelly, and yeah, I'm sorry. So that's our 1 minute. I'm so sorry, you guys. I couldn't make 9 in a row happen. We are going to have to start over on Friday. So we have a day to recover from this devastating loss. I'm hopeful that we will be successful on Friday, and that will be the start of a new streak. It's a tough loss. I know it stings, but you know what? It's just going to make that free ice cream on Friday taste that much sweeter. So take a day to recover, and then we have to come back strong on Friday. We have to hit it hard and start a new streak of successful McFlurry minutes. I think we can do it. You win some, you lose some. We lost today, but win or lose, we still have to do our bonus burpee. So we have just 1 rep left to go. Let's go ahead and do our bonus burpee together, and then the workout will be officially complete. When you are ready, here we go. Final rep of the day. With that, the workout is now officially complete. I thought this workout was really great. I found it challenging. I hope you enjoyed it as well. If you did this workout with me today, thank you very much. Please let me know what you thought of it and how you did. Thank you to everyone who has been working out with me lately, and even if you're not doing the workouts with me, thank you for watching the videos. Thank you for liking and sharing the videos. Thank you so much for all of your wonderful and supportive and engaging comments. It really does mean the world to me. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. If you are not subscribed already, please subscribe. And of course, a great big thank you to those of you who have been subscribed to my channel for years. Please know that I appreciate you all so very much. One final reminder that if anything is unclear with the format, how everything fits together, if you have any questions about the exercises we were doing today, any doubts about how to do them with the correct form, or if you need any further help with equipment-free substitutions or beginner modifications, I'm right here, so please just ask. That is going to do it for today. But before I say goodbye, I have to say one final thank you to those of you who have been watching the videos all the way until the end and commenting with the secret code phrase of the day. So before I say goodbye, I will give you today's secret code phrase of the day. It is, I am running with scissors. So if you are still watching this video, hello, thank you for watching all the way to the end. Please let me know that someone is still watching by going down to the comment section and leaving me a comment that says, I am running with scissors. That is gonna do it for today, and I will see you all next time. Bye.